everyone, welcome to another episode of Cravings Blog. Today I've cornered my childhood friend Ravish Kohli into the Cravings kitchen. He is one of the best chefs that I know among all of my friends, and he makes some mean kebabs. So today we're going to squeeze all of those secrets out of him. We've been making a series of kebabs, and now we're ready to make a hara kebab. Hara kebab is usually made with coriander and spring onions and lots of yummy goodness that Ravish Kohli is going to share with us.
Yeah, thanks, Karen. So, we have the chicken here, and really what I generally like to use, obviously, is the chicken thighs rather than the breast. Again, it's up to you, whatever you want to use, whatever cut of meat you want to use. I like the thighs because it's succulent. It has a little fat around the edges. You want to trim the excess fat. Now, once again, if you like fat, go ahead by all means. I like to trim the fat because by trimming the fat, it's going to once again minimize the drip. So when we're barbecuing, it's all about minimizing the drip onto the coals and getting any flame outs. So we have the chicken here. It's trimmed, and once again, most importantly, is the chicken should be dry. There should not be any water in the meat. There should not be any water around. The meat should be absolutely dry. I know a lot of people like to wash their chicken, so by all means, go ahead and wash your chicken if you need to. Once you've done that, then obviously make sure you pat it dry completely, okay? We want to grind all these spices and the herbs. We want to grind it in oil. We do not want to use any water. And we want to try and use as little oil as possible to really make it a really sticky paste. So get your mixer with a little bit of oil. What we're then going to use is we got some peppers here. Again, use it at your discretion. If you like it really spicy, you can use a lot more. We're going to grind it into a paste and then use as much as you want as per your discretion. So we're going to use some peppers. So what we have here is we have cilantro, or kothmir as we call it. We also have here some spring onions. You can use scallions if you want.
That's really unique. I've never seen anyone
use
spring onions.
You can use what you want. You can also use if you want to put a dash of parsley. It's up to you. Can you put a dash of parsley? Mint is very important. You definitely want to use some mint. What I have here is we've ground some mint into a paste. So basically, a very important is obviously we want to use some mint. Then what we're going to use is we're going to use a dash. We're going to use some chili powder. We're going to use some fresh ginger garlic paste. We're going to use some ground coriander powder. You could use fresh coriander seeds if you have it. It will be actually better because the oils will really give you that fresh taste. What we also have here is some jeera powder.
That's cumin?
That is cumin. Yeah. You can put a dash, or you want to use some amchur powder, which is dried mango. It'll give you that sourness in the meat, the taste. And that's pretty much all we're going to use right now. So you want to grind all of those ingredients into a nice paste, sticky as possible. Once you've done it, this is what it's going to look like. As you can see, it's nice and gluey. Yeah, it is delicious. And if you smell it, it's delicious too. So that's the marinade now. Now what we're going to do is we are going to add a little few more ingredients along the way. So we've got the chicken here. Most importantly, what we're going to do is obviously salt it a little bit here. So a little bit of salt. You can use the salt of your choice. You've got coarsely ground salt. You could use that. You've got Himalayan salt, table salt. We're going to use a little bit of oil, not too much, because remember, our marinade has been ground in oil. What I like to do then is just add a dash of Worcestershire sauce. So here's sort of the first marinade. You may want to keep this in the fridge for about half an hour if you want. Let it seep into the meat, marinate the meat. Then what we're going to proceed, and we're basically going to use the marinade, the sauce that we've made here. So we're going to use all of that into the meat. Now, the most important thing is if you really want that dhaba or you want that restaurant taste in your kebabs, when you go to a fine Indian restaurant and they serve you the succulent kebabs, this is the ingredient. It's the heavenly ingredient, which is basically kasuri methi or dried fenugreek leaves. This is going to impart a beautiful flavor to your meat. Remember, as you can see, there's very little to no moisture in the meat, as you can see, right? These are going to keep our kebabs really succulent, really juicy and tender.
Ravish skewers the meat and then we cooked it over charcoal for about 10 to 15 minutes. Charcoal is preferred, however, if you're using your regular barbecue, just make sure the meat is elevated so it's not directly touching the grill. The haro kebabs are absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to dig into this. So thank you so much for sharing your recipe. I know you have some secrets. I'm glad you opened your little book of tricks today. And thank you for joining me on Cravings Vlog. And if you want to see more of his amazing kebab recipes, please go visit my channel at youtube.com/cravingsblog. Subscribe and you'll have plenty of recipes all year round. See you again. Take care.
No. Let the camera click. Pass me a